On Saturdays, you can find Kobie Turner disrupting offensive lines and sacking quarterbacks for the University of Richmond Spiders.
Here comes the Spider rush, and down goes Rawlings. Kobie Turner, the conductor. Lamar is hit this time and dropped in the backfield. Cole from the end zone. Undercuffler is hit and sacked.
And on Sundays, Kobie trades his football pads for a tuxedo as he sings baritone for Richmond's Schola Cantorum. Growing up in Clifton, Virginia, football and music have always been a part of Kobie Turner's life.
My dad tells me I was tackling vacuum cleaners at the age of 2, so possibly football, but music has definitely been a part of my life since I was a kid. I was always singing gospel songs at home, and whatever my mom played on Saturday when we would be cleaning up the house, I was always singing along with it. So.
For Turner, football and music represent nearly opposite parts of Kobie's personality, but despite their differences, they also complement each other perfectly.
I love hitting people. So, like from the age of 2, like I said, I was tackling vacuum cleaners. When I used to play flag football, I would end up tackling them and then pulling their flag. So I got in trouble a little bit about that, but I just love being able to be physical and hit people. That's my favorite thing about football. Music is, I describe it as a way of describing myself, you know. It's a way that I express myself emotionally and things like that.
Both athletics and music require a huge commitment, a daily commitment, an intention, a physical ability, a work ethic that is challenged, expected, and developed each and every day.
It's very similar. It requires basic talent, but also a high commitment, a lot of passion for what you're doing. And so I would imagine for Kobie, he finds a lot of similarities between what football asks of him in terms of discipline and focus, and he would find those in music too.
The University of Richmond would end up being the place that would allow Turner to pursue both football and music. But there was a problem. Kobie was not being recruited by the Spiders. So when he found out that his best friend Caleb Brooks was being recruited by Richmond, Turner took matters into his own hands.
Well, we actually were making a home visit on Caleb Brooks, who we had offered a scholarship to.
So I just came by, introduced myself.
Big dude standing in the kitchen, just kind of standing there, not saying anything. Kind of finished up and, who's that? And it's my cousin. Yeah, he plays football. A month, 2 later, I said, hey, we're thinking about coming to Richmond and maybe walk on. And I remember him and a big kid. And I said, yeah, man, be a tight end, something, defensive end for us. And sure enough, he came, but we had no idea who it was. And he was in the kitchen standing there the whole time while we were having a home visit.
After redshirting, Kobie is in the middle of a breakout year on a dominant Spiders defensive line. Coach Huseman is thrilled to have Turner on the team for 2 more years.
Doing the things he's doing as a redshirt sophomore, having the kind of season he's having, we expect great things from him, not only the rest of this year, but the next 2 years.
In the music department, Turner auditioned his way into Richmond's mixed Schola Cantorum choir, allowing him to participate in some once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that have helped him grow as a person.
Well, I took the choir to Slovenia, Croatia, and Italy for about 10 days. Nothing will galvanize a group of people quite like traveling and living together in close proximity for 10 days. The choir worked really hard to get a full program together. We sang in some amazing spaces.
One of the last places we performed at actually was the Basilica San Marco, and we got to sing Mass there. And that was like a huge space for the choral tradition. A lot of important people in the choral tradition kind of originated from there and created music there. So it was just super cool kind of to engage with choral history, as well as just to be abroad and to be able to perform in spaces that I've never seen before. And then along with that, there's 2 songs that we brought over there that we had sang at my teammate Gus Lee's memorial service when he passed earlier in that year. And it was just super special to be able to sing and perform those songs over and abroad, like across the sea, and still have his memory with me along with that too. So it was filled with a lot of awesome things.
Despite the balancing act of football and music, Kobie knows that he is well on his way to achieving his goals for the future.
So first, I would like to go to the NFL, of course. That's the dream of a lot of college football athletes. But outside of that, I really want to be a high school choir director, because my high school choir director, Miss Babcock, was super, super influential in my life. And, you know, just having choir as that creative outlet for me. And, you know, there's a lot of things that happen in high school, a lot of finding out who you are. And, you know, as a teenager, you don't necessarily know how to navigate some of those things, but having a creative outlet through music is just so important. And so I want to be someone who is able to give other people a creative outlet through music and try to be as influential in other people's lives as Miss Babcock and some of my other choir directors have been in my life.